Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Hakodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Shalom to Yakim, to push the word across the four corners of this globe without truth and sincerity, Bahasham, Hakodash. And pretty much, let's get a quick lesson, really to focus more upon, trusting Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, after we pray unto him, for anything that we, we ask of him, or spiritual things that we need of him, or in jams and throughout our trials and stuff, and really to not just be just saying things, but really understanding the things that who you're acknowledging, and really, pouring out your heart to Yahweh, and really, trusting in him, man, and, knowing, that pretty much, he gonna take care of it, man, because at the end of the day, he already knows what it is that you need before you even ask him. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and get that precept. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse verse 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before you ask him. And every time I read this verse, pretty much, I start thinking about the Christian church, because because all the niggas do is just babble, man. Just be babbling, and openly at that, man. In front of everybody, so the people, to hear them and shit like that, and pretty much, they like get on the podium and do long ass prayers, and they like to hear the people say, like good prayer, brother or sister, but see, in Yahweh Shemiah's eyes, he sees you doing it for the people, man, and you're not really, pretty much, they put on a show for the congregation, pretty much, man, and you're not really, going heart to heart with Yahweh Shemiah and truly acknowledging, your power, man, but you're doing this for entertainment, the big words and, the fucking, the emphasis and the, just the vain bullshit, man, you babbling, man, just keep it short and sweet, and straight to the point, man. And really, if you're making a long prayer, that really happens. You pretty much, I would say you're like, you really deep in the spirit, intimate with Yahweh Shemiah, and you just, can't help it but you just pour your heart out to Yahweh Shemiah. That's really how, how it really should be, pretty much. But for the most part, pray to Yahweh Shemiah, because, at the end of the day, he already knows what it is that you better ask him before you even ask him, But for the most part, just keep it short and sweet, brief to the Lord. And the main point I want to get at is, believing, trusting upon him. And, just straight trusting upon Yahweh Shemiah. But just like it. I went to this word, trusting, and it pretty much, goes into reliance on the veracity. The word veracity, it means truthfulness. Truthful. True. Pretty much the truth. That it's a and when you see the word trust means the reliance on the veracity. Pretty much you relying on what it is that is true. You ain't relying upon something that's not true. You ain't relying upon something that's not valid. Or else you wouldn't really hold that to any type of weight, so to speak, man. Because because you see the truth and you believe it, that to be true. And integrity or other virtues or something, or it's like a someone or something, religious faith, help, confidence, protection, support. Pretty much, we could see, in the world, growing up in the world, the world standpoint or God, pretty much, you praying to the Most High, it's like, it's like he a genie. I'm saying, like you don't know that, he already knows you, he made you, and he knows what it is, your every step before you know it, man. And he, and how pretty much, he's, omnipotent and omniscient, he already knows everything what it is that you better ask him, man. And you coming up to him, like a genie, you just saying things. But you're not really understanding Bahasham. You're not really acknowledging it, in spirit and truth, if I should say. But I was gonna get a precept, but I just forgot. Let me type in the word acknowledge. Forgot it. It's the same. I believe the same precept. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse. I'll just read it anyways. It's like verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord Yahawah, and depart from evil. I don't believe that's the precept I want to get, but pretty much, pretty much, like Jake in the world, they ain't acknowledging Yahawah in spirit and truth. Let me type that in. This is John chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And I'm gonna get this one. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. It's pretty much, those that's worshiping him, it's like, Yahawah outside, he's pretty much seeking those. He's gonna, only, hear and, really, that's the piece I want to get. Like those that's really acknowledging him, accordingly. shit does, man. Like it knows what the fuck I'm talking about. This is Psalms 47. So like, this is Psalms chapter 47, verse 7. For the Most High is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. You know, that's pretty much the main point. You know, you really acknowledging who he is, man. You know, you coming to him, with, understanding who it is you're praying to, man. You know. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 23. Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. Again, another one. Lucky, man. Just gotta do it like this. Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 2. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. I'm saying, the main point, is pretty much to back up, Psalms 47. Pretty much, I got all these precepts to pretty much, make you understand, who it is that you are praying unto, man. Verse 7, for the Most High is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. Don't just be coming up to him, just saying anything, man. Pray to Yahawashi outside, and prepare yourself. Know that he hears you, man. Know that he knows what it is that you gotta ask him, and really, pretty much, he's looking for you to, for you to ask him, man. Because the Lord already knows what it is. I'm saying that you need. You just gotta ask, man. And look at this quick precept. This is James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So when you asking Yahawashi, I'm saying going back to the etymology of the word trust. reliance on the veracity. If you rely on something, that means, you believe it to be true. The veracity in our part is understanding the truth, infallibly, so to speak, upon who the true power is, upon who he is in his spirit, man. And we see, his work within our daily lives every day. And that's only given unto, it's like, not to everybody, man. That's why, majority of our people are confused, lost, because they're seeking after confusion. But we're not confused, man. The spirit and power of Yahawashi outside, the Lord, has woke us up to the real truth. And we was just like, average Jake in the fucking world, man. Confused just as them, cleaving out to confusion, we're trying to find a meaning in life with, in all these different fucking religions, in all these different vanities, man. But the Lord has woke us up to see the whole 100% truth, man. And give us, understanding, man, and wisdom, to the point that we believe, and understand who he is, man. That's why, we're able to, pray unto him, without wavering, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much, how you're supposed to be, man, ultimately. But I read again, James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. You trusting upon Yahawashi and what it is that you asking him. And, I get that precept. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 11. Actually, I saw that verse 9. And I say unto you, ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. If a son shall ask bread of any, if a son shall ask bread of any of you that is a father, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he for a fish give him a serpent? Or if he shall ask an egg, will he offer him a scorpion? If he then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to them that ask him? And I'll get this quick precept. This is 1 John chapter 3. 1 John chapter 3, verse 22. Wait, so like 1 John chapter 3, verse 22. I'll start at verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. That's and that's a big ass question. Where a Jake in the world be asking, well, how come I be asking God for this and I don't get this? Well, because you an evil ass nigga, man. You still eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You still smoking weed and shit. And the Lord sent for what's profits unto you. You might have been a scoffer. You might have been just ignorant in your mind. You might have just kept on bullshitting. Well, Yahawashi is gonna only hear his elect, those that's actually fearing him and doing his will, man. And those whom he is going to actually make do on those prayers, man, and actually, do them, man. Make true, and make manifest, man. At the precept in Revelations where it says the angel that carries a censer, and it be all the prayers of the saints. The Lord, be hearing. Matter of fact, I'll get that, and I'll come back to this one, Shalaki. This is Sirach chapter 35. Sirach chapter 35, verse 13. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed. He will not despise the supplication of the fatherless, nor the widow when she poureth out her complaint. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks, and is not her cry against him that causes them to fall. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayers shall reach into the clouds, man. That's point blank, period, man. The majority of our people, are stuck in that confusion, that false, standpoint from Esau, Edom, on his standpoint of the Most High, which is false and lies, but it has a stronghold against majority of our people, man, and they running off that, and they find themselves to just being bamboozled, man, because that's not the way how Yahawah has always been, and has always been established, man. Verse 17, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, until it come nigh he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. Man. And that's pretty much the main point. Now, I'm going to go back to 1 John chapter 3, verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments, and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahawashi Mashiach, and love one another as he gave us commandment. And that in itself, majority of people can't even keep, man. Why? Because, they don't even know the true name of the Lord, man. Or if they do, they deny it, man, and not believe upon it, man. Or if they do believe upon it, they not, walking correctly, in the way Yahawah has left us to walk, in spirit and in truth, man. By bearing our cross and loving our brother, as ourselves, and loving the Most High with all our strength, power, and might, and doing the will. You got Jake that's come upon Yahawah denying that OTB. You know what I'm saying? So, they ain't doing the will of the Most High, man. So the Most High not gonna hear, these guys, man. But rather those that's truly serving Yahawah and worshiping him in spirit and in truth, man. That's the main thing, man. And see, things actually happen for those that that are doing so. The prayers of those individuals that be praying to Yahawah, the Lord actually makes do on those prayers, man. Because why? Because they actually coming to him, the correct way, the right way, and not some other way. John 10. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see Jake constantly being confused I forgot what I believe it's in James. This is James chapter 4. Verse 3, ye ask and receive not, because ye are amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts. And Jake, not really, truly examine themselves, or how come, they be praying about this specific thing. Probably you ain't right first, man. Probably, I'm saying, you ain't, truly right in the sight of Yahawah, and this goes for all of us also, man. It's like, me me first and foremost, and all of us as, and all of us brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? We may be asking Yahawashi outside for something, and at a certain time, maybe the Lord may actually, grant you it, and be like, all right, and sometimes, shit, I'd say for the most times, it don't really work out for you because maybe you're not ready for it, man. And maybe you're not, you don't really deserve it yet. There's certain things that we ask y'all about outside, but that we don't have yet. But nonetheless, man, for the most part, the Lord, gives you, He keeps you sustained in all the things that you need, for the time being, and at the end of the day, He's in control, and everything that you need, He's gonna give it to you in due time. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's not like to be discouraged because you may be praying for something, and pretty much, for sometimes, the flesh be getting the best of us. So we ask for some dumb shit before Yahawashi outside, man. And you may not even realize it, man. So I ask the Lord for some, like a new car. You know what I'm saying? If you really need a new car with a little bit, He'll grant you a new car. But if the Lord sustaining you, man, you start asking the Lord for 2023, fucking, you know what I'm saying, a Benz and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But that's just, I just want to get that out there. But pretty much, for the most part, and you see, Yahawashi outside, He hears those that's doing His will, and doing it correctly, man. This is first, it's like, I'm gonna go back to 1 John chapter 3, verse 23. And this is His commandment, that we should believe on the name of His Son, Yahawashi, Mashiach, and love one another as He gave us commandment. And verse 22, whatsoever we ask, we receive of Him because we keep His commandment and do those things that are pleasing in His sight. See, it's pleasing in the Most High's sight to worship His Son. To acknowledge His Son. That's the first step that Jake is already missing, man. Jake calling upon Most High, Christ bless. JC, Yeshua, and evading, the Lord, man. That's why they keep missing. But that's how the Lord wants it to be, because at the end of the day, He's He only wants His election, to acknowledge Him, man, and worship Him in spirit and in truth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, come on, man. That's pretty much the main points that I want to give for this lesson. So, Lord willing, that all you brothers and sisters find satisfying. Until next time, I say shalom.